Hi, you're welcome. It's beautiful on Asasiya Awakening Center, and this is AYAC TV. And I know you're enjoying yourself on this platform. If you've not subscribed yet, please, you're missing it out. Please just subscribe, click on it, join this family, make this family big. The Queen herself is here with me. I'm privileged to be the host on this beautiful platform. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to share a lot with you. My name is Nyansa. You know, we speak about African spirituality. We speak about the African man waking up from his sleep. And I know we will get there one day. Today we are speaking about emotional capacity. When you're talking about emotions, we're talking about how the power you have, that zeal in you that somebody can take advantage of is very, very important. So we are touching on one area as far as emotional capacity is concerned. Whoever has that emotional capacity, how you build that, people cannot take advantage of you. You become that powerful that people will be even afraid of. And we are teaching this so that you can learn how you can build it and how you can prevent others from taking advantage of that particular space of yours. I'm here with Mama Evelyn Watson, and we are speaking about the financial area of your emotional capacity. I'll be right back as we go deep into this topic. Mommy, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's been I think months.
Yes.
We did a tour to Kumasi. We did one in Accra. We did a beautiful one to Zimbabwe, then to South Africa. Since that time, we've taken a little break and we're about to take off. How is AYAC tours doing?
AYAC tour is doing well.
Okay.
I believe because we invested a lot of energy into the previous tours that we did. A lot of people have benefited from the knowledge we've poured out there, and here we are continuing from where we stopped.
Wow, you're welcome.
Thank you.
This is your own channel today. I am the host of AYAC TV on YouTube.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. Please share the page for us. Let us grow this beautiful family. If you've not shared it and you are here, please, you are doing others a disservice. When we are talking about emotional capacity, when you mention emotional capacity, what do we mean by that?
It simply means, to the layman's understanding, the ability to control your emotions or emotional intelligence.
Okay.
To be intelligent is to know the how to do something.
Okay.
And I believe this channel has given out a lot on emotional capacity.
Okay.
We've touched on about 2-3 areas already.
Okay.
And today we are going to touch on emotional capacity when it comes to our finances.
Okay.
So I'm also privileged to have you here and our wonderful, wonderful members of the AYAC movement. Students, my shout out to all the mentors under the program who have patience and they are taking the mentees through the exposure of our personal revelations and experiences on the journey of spirituality.
Wow. Thank you very much. As we start, you've mentioned that our capacity as far as how we use our emotions or people use our emotions against us is concerned. Tell us, financially, how can we be taken advantage of as far as emotional capacity is concerned?
There are 5 areas I want to touch on emotional capacity, especially when it comes to our finances, because that's what we are talking about today. We need to first understand that emotions are part of our human experiences.
Okay.
We have emotions to communicate so many things in life, but people have taken advantage of other people's emotions and they are working through your emotions to get at you and to tap into your finances with the intention that they will benefit from you. That is particularly the area we want to touch.
Okay.
How do people use your emotions to get what they want from you?
Okay.
And what are you supposed to know to enable you build that capacity especially when it comes to your finances.
As a defense against those that want to use it against you.
Exactly. Because by our observation, we've come to see that majority of the youth are not progressing. They are not increasing themselves because they have issues with emotional capacity when it comes to their finances.
Okay.
In the business aspect, we have not done too well raising ourselves to understand how important it is to have a budget in your life. Having a budget in your life is not a limitation to success. Sometimes from our religious backgrounds, we tend to think that when you have a budget, it's like you are limiting yourself. You have to spread your wings, you have to throw out, you have to give more to receive. Now, the wrong interpretation we give to some of these things have brainwashed us to a certain degree that we have thrown away the intelligence in living a life that is based on plan, reason. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. We intend to apply a lot of faith instead of work.
Okay.
It's not bad to have faith, but faith that is not backed with work, it's not really something that can push you forward. Let me say it in a simple explanation. Anytime you talk about God blessing you and increasing you, you are talking about having something that through divine connection, you are able to expand what you have. That's what you are talking about. You are not talking about sleeping for an overflow. You are not talking about sleeping for financial breakthrough to fall from the skies.
Okay.
That is why we need to know that there are certain things we do when it comes to business, when it comes to finances, that is weighing the youth down, it's weighing the society down, Africa as a continent.
Talk to us.
First and foremost, people know, keep it in mind, people know that we Africans from this side of the world, we are hospitable people.
Good.
We are hospitable. We can, any stranger we pick on the street becomes our brother. That is not a bad thing.
Okay.
But people are using that. They are taking advantage of that side of us.
That space we give them.
They are taking advantage of it and they are gaining from us.
Or taking
as a
advantage.
community, they are taking advantage of us. That's the right word. The community, the nation at large, even bodies, organizations are using this same strategy to gain from their members, to gain from people. We have to make sure that we inculcate this part of discipline in our life, in our institutions, educational institutions, even our parental upbringing. We have to teach the children how to have emotional control when it comes to business.
Okay.
When it comes to finances.
Okay.
These are the two areas that are very, very important to us.
Wow.
Any time someone says, I am jobless, there is no job in my community, no job in my region, no job in my country, I find it difficult to believe it.
But there is unemployment.
That is the problem. There is no unemployment in the country.
Ghana.
I'm telling you.
No unemployment.
There is employment everywhere in the country. Your neighborhood, your region, within Ghana. There is job everywhere. Just that what we expect to gain out of a particular job is what we have not found.
Okay.
But not the job itself.
Okay.
What you are expecting to get out of a particular job that you want to take on is the limitation, but not the availability of the job.
Wow. So what will I gain if I work and I will not get what I deserve for the work I did?
When you are talking about deserving for what you did, that's another topic altogether.
Okay.
We are talking about, do we have jobs available?
Okay.
So that when someone says, I don't have a job, 6 months, I don't have a job, I've not found any job. I've been looking for a job for 5 years, I don't have a job.
You want to mean that there are jobs?
There are jobs.
But then how much you want to receive?
Yes. Your scale of preference for the particular job you want to do and what you want to gain from that job is what you have not found. Because we all have preferences.
I get it. So somebody took the same job and he's receiving that salary you rejected.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I get it.
So now, putting that at the back of our mind, we should all know that as a society, there is no way you will say or you have to say there is no job.
So we should all agree that there are jobs here, just that we are not getting what we prefer, our preference.
Do you know that in our society today, in this country, if you give some kind of jobs to people here in this country, they will not do that job.
They'll reject
But
it.
when they travel outside the country, they take on such jobs and they do it and they do it well. They have no option than to do it.
Wow.
Good. The reason being is that we have created a certain society standard for ourselves.
Get it.
And because there is that gap to allow certain people to use their senses to rub other people through their emotions, they feel comfortable doing it. They feel comfortable. So I tell myself, anybody that tells me they need money or food because they don't have a job, I will not help you.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay.
If I will help you, I'm going to help you to understand that there is job. Maybe you don't know.
Okay,
So once you say, I don't have a job, I've not been working for a year, so please help me, assist me, I need some money, not for anything, but you want to eat. Or maybe you'll give me something like, I need to manage it for the month. I'm not talking about someone asking for money to start a business. Even if someone is asking for money to start a business, don't just take money that you don't have to use. Give that money to the person to start a business.
Okay.
Because you are also capable of starting a business.
Exactly.
So if the person wants to start a business, go into partnership with the person.
So you can do due diligence in there.
Yes. Go into partnership with the person. If you need money to start a business, it's going to be a 50-50 shares. I'll invest the money, you are the planner, we invest the money, we sit down, we make agreement, we sign agreement.
Sign documentations.
Yes, on the business. And see if the person will want to take that money for business. If you want to really prove that what the person is saying is true, you want to really know for sure.
So the
you want to confirm.
So the first point is that you listen to the person, but you don't listen to just jump into conclusion that he needs that.
No, because people use their emotions to get what they want from people. They use your emotions to get what they want from you. Example, someone comes to you and say, I've not been working for, like I don't have a job like a year. Please help me, like something to eat. That's not true. There are jobs. You don't want to do it. You are expecting something more than what they can offer you. That is why you say there's no job, but there are jobs.
I get it.
So my first advice to anybody that says I don't have a job is go through your community. Take a stroll. Look at some of the petty services you can give around your community. That will be a service into the community without profit. That's job. A job with no salary. Do you know what you are building?
No.
You are building an investment. You are building a relationship. You are building contact. You are building
even though you are working
links.
for free.
That is it. That is where you meet people. Because whether you work for someone freely for 6 months or you stay at home for 6 months, it's the same. You see, you've not been working for 1 year, but you've been staying at home.
Okay.
You've been eating. You are not dead.
So if you go and do work
So
for
if
free,
you give that 6 months or 1 year as service to your community, you will not die. Because whether you work or not, you will still live. Do you get me?
I get it.
So the first thing I ask you, do you have anything in your community you can give as service?
being in a company, a business.
Exactly. Whether it's a company, whether it's a center, whatever it is, a health center, pharmaceutical center, whether it's a school, whatever it is, go there and dedicate service. Give service to them for free. When you give the service, you have 5 benefits.
Okay.
You create contact, you create relationship,
right.
You create knowledge in the area of whatever you are getting involved with. You create a room to acquire knowledge from what you are exposing yourself
because it might be the first time you are entering into that particular area of business.
Exactly.
So you learn something from them.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, if you keep doing this, what comes to mind with the person you are working with is that you are a trustworthy person.
Okay.
So you build trust between yourself, a level of trust between yourself
Okay.
and the person you are working for.
I get it.
And you build opportunity. Is it okay?
Continue.
And you build opportunity. What kind of opportunity? Opportunity for you to be recommended
Okay.
for someone else.
I get it.
Just by giving free service. That is how it works.
Wow.
So there is no way you will say there is no job. There are jobs, but your preference is not met. It is your preference.
I am an university graduate. How can
That
I
is
go
not
and be
met.
cleaning somebody's office and they will not pay me?
That is it.
I get it.
Do you understand?
That's why you are jobless.
That is why you are jobless. Because you can walk into a company. You can walk into a center. Maybe you are not going there to seek for that position.
Okay.
Okay, that position.
I get it. So,
but you can go there, go with your CV, speak to the owner of the shop, tell them, this is my qualification.
okay.
I am waiting for job opportunity because I've gone for interviews, I've applied jobs. But I don't want to be idle. I want to render my services, free services to you.
As I wait.
As I wait for
me to be called.
That is it.
So you see the key. The key here is that you will go and offer service to whatever company, telling them you're waiting to be employed, but then you are not there yet. So you just want to offer free service. This is something that is practical. We are not ready to give. This life is about give and take. What are you offering? Is it about just your knowledge? Give yourself for service and receive. So this is a very beautiful principle.
Yeah. And if you have this in mind, and someone comes to you and say that, I've not been working for 3 months, I've not been working for 2 months, please can you give me something at least to keep in my pocket to keep me going? Know that that money is not an investment that is going to give you profit. It is something you are giving to someone and it will not come back.
Exactly.
So definitely the person will be in need of it again and come back to you.
Okay.
So the best thing is to educate the person that there is opportunity for you. Even though you don't have a job that is paying you, you can have a job that you are giving into.
I get it. So you're offering that service to the people. Even after 2 months, if you tell the person, if you're really diligent in what you do, you come early, you help them that much, and it is time for you to go. They will tell you, please, can you stay so we pay you something small? Have you gotten? They will be trying to, because of the service you're rendering.
That's why I said you are creating an opportunity for yourself, for recommendation, for contact. You understand? You are opening yourself up to new knowledge in that area. And if you are disciplined and very committed to what you are doing, the kind of recommendation that will come, they cannot afford to lose you, even though you are not a permanent employee in that company.
You also don't enter and become lazy because they are not paying anything. Just go and sit there as if nothing is happening and just go there for going sick.
You are not disciplined with what you wanted to do. Simply, that's what I'm saying. If you go there and you are disciplined with what has been given to you, even though you are offering that service for free, you are going to bring attention to yourself. People will recommend you. You will create contact with people. That's an exposure. If you are able to manage that exposure well, you will be surprised the kind of future you can have after you leave that place. So never let anybody tell you, I don't have a job, and by saying that word, you are so touched and moved that you give them your investment.
It means you're emotionally weak if you do that.
That's right. It means you don't have the capacity to decide without your emotion trumping upon your intelligence. Because your emotions go forward before your intelligence follows.
I get it.
We are not saying that don't help people, but do not help people out of emotions.
Okay.
Help them because you have knowledge about what they say they need the help for.
And you've given that
And
help.
for that matter, you have done due diligence on it.
Wow.
And is ready to move with that person.
Wow.
You are ready to help that person. You are ready to confirm that because of what I found out of the job, this is what I'm giving to you.
So if anybody comes to you as a person that has said, I'm jobless for a year, you have to take the person through a process. I want you to give us examples of different styles that they use to really take advantage of your weak emotions to get what they want from you. Different styles that we can learn from. Then we can pick on how we can build that capacity.
All right, so some of the examples I can give to you is, first of all, we have people in the society we've been seeing every now and then. They target an advantage position, an advantage area within the enclave where people apply to either the worship center or to their offices.
Okay.
People who you can see they can work. Okay. Instead of walking into the company to ask for something to do, a job, they will stand at an advantage area around, either going to the worship center or to a business center, and they will be begging. Anybody that passes by, they will beg.
Yeah.
They will tell you,
especially in traffic.
please help me. Even in traffics, I will understand a bit because sometimes they bring these sick people and stuff around those places.
You see a giant metro man pulling the mother on the street. They said they've employed them.
Because you see, we don't have the capacity to understand our emotions so much so that we are not moved by the way the person is presenting the need to you. They know that when they present the need to you in that way, they will gain. It will be at an advantage to them, because you cannot look at a sick person like that, even though you can see that the one pushing the sick person could have been the one seeking employment to be able to help the other. This is why, you see, we give people our money. We lose our business to people because of emotions. It's my brother. It's my family member. It's my church member. He's my friend. He said, like, if I don't give it to him, he is dying. And these emotions play in our decision making when it comes to business and it comes to finances. That's what we are touching on. So that if one day someone barges into your office or barges in your house and asks you to give them money because they are starving.
Okay.
Or they are crying. I am sick. I'm this, I'm that. So help me. You are not going to help because the person is crying.
You will not look at the act.
Some people can fake. Because they know that in our community, we are very compassionate when it comes to things like that, because our religious backgrounds has taught us that if we don't do that,
you will not go to heaven.
That's one problem. Do you understand? So, and we also believe that the more we give,
the more we receive.
The more we receive. That's not far from the truth.
Okay.
It's not far from the truth. But we are misusing all these guidance in our lives, allowing other people to play on our emotions to get what they want.
Okay.
So first thing I advise people to do, whenever someone comes to you for money, listen to the reason.
The reason is important.
Yes.
Okay.
Pay attention to the person's reason. Do not pay attention to the emotions. Because anybody can fake
the way he will cry, the way he will behave, the kind of story he will concoct, the way he will say his story, trying to make it look very serious and all that. Don't look at that.
No, don't look at that.
Okay.
If you really want to help the person, don't look at that.
Okay.
Pay attention to the demand the person is making. The person says, I don't have a job. I've not worked. Like there's no job for me, like a year. I've told you, first of all, don't believe that, because there is job. If the person really needed a job, the person would have gotten a job.
That's why you give them a strategy to handle if you don't have a job.
If you don't have a job.
I get it. Okay.
So you can make that recommendation to your friend. It will help that person to grow out of, I don't have a job, so I'm starving. I don't have a job, I'm dying. Now, if someone comes to you and the person begs you to give them something to live on in the day, or survive on in the day, and maybe let's say I came to you and I'm begging you for 50 cedis, I'm begging you for 200 cedis. If you give 200 cedis to that person and the person comes back to ask you for money again, don't give it to the person.
Why?
Because the person is not ready to grow, to make life. Do you know why?
No.
If you have been living on no help for 2 months, and you meet me, and I'm able to give you 200 cedis,
okay,
you should be able to survive 2 months, saving a part of that 200 cedis I gave to you.
Wow. Wow. I get it.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
I get it.
You are so saying that you don't have a job,
and for 2 months you've not eaten.
And for 2 months, sometimes maybe a week, sometimes 3 days, you've not eaten. Okay?
I get it.
You need that money. You need food to eat. And I gave you money. No matter how small that money is, you should be able to give something to prove that you saved a little bit of that money the next time you meet me.
Wow. So it means that it's not a matter of the person saying it. What have you been through? As you said, I've been starving for all these weeks. So what did you learn as a person? You're the ones again for the money. Did you learn anything? What experience did you gain from that you're saying that now I give you money? You're not able to think that me going through that starvation is very difficult. So let me save them.
We are not, first of all, we've not been taught financial discipline.
Okay.
And then the emotional capacity when it comes to finances is an issue.
Okay.
Do you know that a typical Ghanaian youth, will change the diet the moment they receive salary? They change their diet.
Yeah, chibum, no, like you see, after eating in the evening, you want to just make sure that he will do it.
And they feel that by changing what they are eating that moment, it shows that they are successful. They will change what they wear and they will change what they eat. In that short period that the salary is available, they will stop trekking. Do you understand?
They will picking Uber and those transports.
You get the mentality that we have.
I get it.
They feel that for them to show they have changed in life, they have to change what they are eating,
where they are staying, what they are wearing.
Do you understand? So in 1 week, the salary is already gone.
Data, they buy everything.
And we have relationship partners who also uses emotion to get from us or take advantage of us and break us down financially, so we cannot build businesses. Ghanaian youth are not building businesses. They are not. Because once you enter a relationship with somebody, you have to pay for their makeup, you have to pay for their wigs, you have to pay for everything around the person. And if you don't pay, they will leave you.
Exactly.
Yes. So that is something that we are not able to control in the society. So the youth will just give their money out in the name of relationship.
Then that's it.
Because of what they feel for the person. I'm giving you some of the examples.
Wow.
Because of what they feel for the person, the people have become parasite on people's financial growth. Because if they cannot afford to leave them. And because you cannot afford to leave the person because of your emotions, you would rather give and give without receiving, without progress.
Wow.
Yes.
So these basic examples you're given, if I want to build a defense to be able to handle whoever comes to me, you mentioned 5 at the initial stage of this interview. I want you to take your time and tell me, how do I build? Because it's not going to be easy. But I'll be right back. You're welcome back. Please remember to subscribe. AYAC TV here. Share the page. Asasia Awakening Center. We are just here to give you knowledge. Learn how to control yourself. Build you to be who you're supposed to be. Now, you could see day in, day out, people are just taking advantage of this space and they're just exploiting you. We are not interested in that. Build it. You're not supposed to be a wicked person. No, build a capacity where you can even train your children to have the same capacity. So people don't just fool them to just rip off them what they need. Mama, tell me about this. How do I build this emotional capacity? You've given us examples, you've shown us how people do it. People that are even going through there, you even show them how they can, if you don't have a job, how you should go about it to have one for yourself. Now take your time. The 5 keys that you need to build a defense for yourself.
The first thing I would encourage everybody to do is building emotional capacity is like building a character.
Okay.
Every character you want to be, it is character. So if you want to be that character, you play like that character.
Okay.
You act like that character.
Just like in a movie, they give you a script. You are supposed to be weeping in that particular role. You learn and prepare yourself to weep at that particular spot. So it's a script. So you learn it. It's not just like it will just bounce on you.
No, character does not fall from the skies. You build it.
Okay.
Habitually. And then as it becomes your habit, it becomes a character.
Okay.
So you have to build that character, that ability to have capacity with your emotions.
Okay.
Build it. Don't sit down and expect it to happen out of the blue. No, things don't happen like that. You have to train yourself to have capacity, intelligence in how you hold your emotions.
So if you are somebody who don't respect and you want to build respect around you, it's your duty to gradually learn how to respect people and do it over and over till it becomes part of you, right? Okay, the same thing applies to emotional capacity.
Yes.
Let's move it.
What do you want to do? I want to build emotional capacity. It means you are ready to live like someone who has capacity over their emotions. And it's not one day. You have to keep doing it until subconsciously you register it within yourself.
Okay.
And you involuntarily do it because now it's part of you.
I get it.
Now, how do I now defend myself from people taking advantage of me because of my emotions? And not just advantage, they are taking advantage of me over my finances, over my business.
Wow.
What do? First of all, anybody that comes to you putting on emotions to get something from you, don't pay attention to the emotions.
Okay.
So first of all, don't do anything out of emotions when it comes to your finances or your business.
No matter who the person, the moment the person speaks, don't allow what he's saying take you by surprise.
It's not by the
Take your time, pick it, and digest it well.
Yeah,
I get
not
it.
the emotions. Don't pay attention to the emotions, because the emotions could be false alarm.
I get it.
Some people know how to use emotions to get what they want from you.
Okay.
So don't pay attention to the emotions, but rather pay attention to the reason for the need.
Okay.
Pay attention to the reason for the need.
But there's just a thin line between the two. Because the need will be the things you'll be saying. My mother is dying in a hospital, so if you're not careful, you'll not even see that this one is different from this one.
Yeah.
I get it.
So pay attention to the reason. Like someone says, I have not had a job for 1 year. Please, can you support me financially with what I will eat at home? The reason is there is no job. That's the reason. Good. So when you know the reason, ask yourself, is this a tangible reason?
When the person tells you about, I was going to school and I had an accident, now I don't know what to do again. My car is stuck there. Police will tow it if I'm not careful. So he says that thing. Now you ask yourself if this is tangible enough for you to relieve your hard-earned money for the person.
That's right. Is it tangible enough? Again, find out whether what the person is saying is true or false.
Okay, so if you even want to help, make sure you have discovered for yourself if it is the truth or not.
Yes.
Okay.
So first, do not fall for the emotions. Don't decide on your finances because of your emotions. Some people can even come to you because of your religious background. They will use religion to extort money from you.
Okay.
Number 2, make sure that you know the reason and that the reason is tangible. Number 3, investigate the reason. Do your due diligence with the reason why.
I get it.
Please, there's this business opportunity that
Charlie,
is on
if
my
you put
table.
money.
Please, you need to give me this money. If you don't give me this money, like, this is my last hope. If I make it, I'm going to make sure I'll pay your money. I can even double it for you. That's very good. Is the reason tangible? Yes. Is the reason tangible? No. Do your investigation after you have decided whether the reason is tangible or not. If the reason is tangible, you need a proof. You need evidence.
Wow.
Exactly. So get evidence that proves the person is really going into a business.
What business it is. You can also go behind him. How will you make money if even it's a loan? How will you make money to come and pay back and all that?
Exactly. That's why when someone says, please, I need a loan, give me this money, I'm going to do A, B, and C. By the grace of God, I'll pay you back. Don't give the person the money.
You said?
The grace of God does not pay for your loan.
So if anybody is, if by the grace of God, it means that there's something wrong with it.
It means the person doesn't have what it takes to raise that money for you. The person doesn't know how they will return that money back to you.
It means your money is gone.
It means that you will have to also depend on that grace.
Wow.
Exactly. And one thing that we don't do at all is to have a budget
For stuff.
As youth, we don't have budget for the week. We don't even have a monthly budget at all. The salary comes, this person comes, you give it to him. That person comes, you give it to him. You eat all the junk food you want to eat, and then
they'll be asking you, I don't know what I use the money for.
That's what they do. Every month, I don't know what I use the money. Before the money comes, it is finished.
Then they are seeking for spiritual assistance.
It's not this is not spiritual thing.
But that's what they'll be doing
It's
in
not
the middle of their mistakes.
That is it. But it's not supposed to be a spiritual matter. So if you have a budget, then we go to the number 4. Don't exceed your budget. If you have a budget, you know what you use for your transportation, you know your daily expenses, you know what you use, what you save for future, you know what you have.
Your scale of preference in terms of how much you're receiving should have that scale.
That is it. You have expenditure. The expenditure should be met equally. You have one that you save. You have an amount of money you save out of your salary. Save that. And the one that you know, this is what I use to bless people. This is what I use in terms of an emergency. If someone comes to me for need, this is the amount of money I can go into every month. This is what I can offer every month. So the moment the person comes and the person says, okay, I need help, please give me something to eat, go to that money and give it to them. Please, can you assist me? Go into that money and give it to them. Do not exceed your budget.
If so, in case that amount you are saving for that you don't have, tell the person, I don't have.
This is what I have. Take it and give it to the person.
Wow.
But do not help someone who always comes to you when they have need. Don't do that.
Okay.
If you do that, they are using you. They are triggering you emotionally and they are taking from you.
Wow.
Yes. Because they know if they cry, you give them the money. They know if they tell you something is going to happen to them, you give them the money. So they will always come to you when they have need.
Okay.
So the first thing is that do not give people money or give them your business because of emotions.
Okay.
Number 2, please reason through the reason why you are giving them your money or your business.
I get it.
If it's tangible.
Banks will do that over and over again.
If it's tangible. Now, the third thing to also look at is that if the person says they are using the money for A, B, and C, have I myself investigated that this is exactly what they are using the money for?
I get it. Did I take my time to check and be sure even if he can make profit or she can make profit out of that?
The third step. Because some people may genuinely come to you because they have a business idea, but they don't know how to initiate the idea. You give them money, they invest it, and that is it. It's gone.
You not get it again.
So if you don't do due diligence, you are putting your money somewhere that you will not get it back again.
Wow.
The fourth step to take.
Let's go.
Do not exceed the budget you have made for helping other people. Don't exceed that budget.
So
don't go into your savings for your future because someone needs credit on their phone. There are some people that borrow money from you. They are going to give it to their girlfriends to buy expensive wigs.
I get it.
They will borrow from you. You see, and the irony of it is that sometimes people who borrow money from you are richer than you at that moment.
Why?
Because they may have asked other people, or they may have something somewhere, and they come to you and borrow the last money you have,
added to theirs,
and they become richer than you. Some people just borrow money because they want to change what they are eating at that moment. Some people, because of their birthday celebration, they are coming for money from you. That money you could have lived on to take care of your children.
You leave it.
You give it to them for parties.
And you'll be enjoying it.
So you don't have to go beyond your budget. And because you are not going beyond your budget, give them what you can afford and ask them if they've made commitment towards it.
They should also make commitment.
Of course.
Okay.
Because if you are able to make commitment for them, why can't they make commitment for themselves?
Exactly.
And then the last thing to do.
Okay.
Last thing to do. Stop helping people. I've said it. Who you don't have investment in, or they don't have investment in you.
Okay.
When I say that, I mean that there are some people who have not assisted you financially in any way, but intellectually, by service,
they help you.
They have invested into you. There are those who will not even check on you. They don't care what happens to you, but when they are in need, they will come to you. Anytime they call your phone, it's because they have a need. Those people, put them in a certain category and do not waste your financial resource on such people.
Okay.
These are the 5 steps you can use.
Wow.
If you are able to implement these 5 steps, I think you should be good to go.
I think you should be good to go. So the 5 areas are well explained. What do I mean by that? Now we want you to build an armory. I want you to build a certain shield, protection around your emotions. If you can do this, you'll be strong emotionally. If you're not, people will say you are wicked. Don't let what they say. It's also one of the tactics people use, trying to use words to say things that will get you into it. Hey, if you didn't give it to them, you mean you are wicked. I know you have it. You don't have it. You don't have it. I'll be right back to take the last section of this interview. Do not forget this. People have taken advantage of you for quite too long. We are not telling you to be wicked. Just open your mind and check things before you put stuff into them. Please. No matter who they can be your family, they can be your brothers, whoever. Check. Double check. It's not wrong for you to triple check and be sure. And don't do what your strength cannot do. Do what you can do, because in this life, there are principles people must follow. Sometimes you don't even sleep to be able to gather the little you've gathered. Then somebody who is just relaxing, enjoying himself, come and just take it off from you. And you start complaining. You become an enemy to these people. When you start saying, bring me my money, you become an enemy. It becomes something serious that you can't say anything about. So as we are teaching you, please share this. Let somebody get to know of this. We are doing it in series. This one we spoke about finances. We are entering the next phase the next time on this channel. Please share the page. Mama, your final word before you go.
I want to encourage every youth out there. Anybody that, especially the youth, is for everybody, but especially the youth. If you chance upon this video, sit down, commit time to the video and listen
over and over,
and try to practice. If you feel it's not working for you, just put it somewhere and go on course. But if it's helping you implement it, and within a space of time, you will appreciate the kind of value
work you've done.
Yes.
If you want to talk to you, if you want to come and meet you, if you want to follow you, want to learn from you, how do we do that?
You can follow us on Telegram. That's where our mentorship program basically happens.
Okay.
Our website, you can visit there. You can request for membership on the website, asasiya.org. You can visit our website, and then you can call us on 054-084-7206 and request to join our Telegram platform. You can do that on Telegram or on WhatsApp. Please do not call. If you want anything at all, any explanation to the website, just go on WhatsApp or Telegram and send us a text message. The number again is 054-084-7206.
Are you open for invitations, for example, conference invitations and all that?
Oh, yes.
And what's the process like?
What's the what?
The process like?
Oh, you talk to our communication director. Communication director. He will furnish you with everything. We are not people that are not accessible. We're always available to people. If you have a conference that is growing our continent, is growing our youth, is growing the society, we are ready to come on board.
But you follow process.
Yeah,
right?
You follow the process. When you come, communication minister will take you through the process.
You see the way my head is big. Mama, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Please remember to subscribe. Click, subscribe, and share for me. My name is Nyan Samboakwa, AYAC TV. Bye for now.